Thank you for joining us. This is today's live on Equa Television. I'm Sambo Solomon. And today I have Engineer Tony Jenakali, I have Prudence, and I have Joyce Jakada here with me on the set. Good morning, all.
You must say something.
Yeah.
It's obvious that it's 3 to 1, but on Christ is solid rock I stand.
Start the show, please.
It's obvious that what?
Start the show.
Okay. That's why we're here, So you can do well to join us, drop your comment, as we do the show together, like always. Today we are going to we'll be looking into a topic called My Urge to Grow. I don't know what is your own urge, what is pushing you. Are you having that urge to grow and then something is pulling you down? Well, I'll say welcome to the show. Today we are going to look at all the angles, concerning this topic, and I have a capable hand in the house which we will do this together. So, urge to grow. My urge to grow. I can see Gina Nakani hiding behind his mic.
Do you know if I want to grow or not? That's what you should ask us first. Do you want to grow? If we say yes, then you ask us the urge.
Do you have the urge?
Me now is sleep that is doing it.
On the show.
Yes. She can just give me 10 minutes. Take it.
This early morning.
I don't snore, don't worry.
Because
even if I do it, to stop the show, it's that insignificant.
So, back to the topic.
Joyce,
Discussing my urge to grow.
Let's know.
Guys, you're well able. Okay, for me,
should people have urge to grow?
Yes.
If yes, what should it be?
I think is a desire that everyone should have. You should have that desire to want to evolve, be a better version of yourself. It is that passion within you that's when you feel I'm not satisfied with where I am. Though I'm making progress, but I want to do more. So that's the urge, as far as I'm concerned. That's the urge for you to grow. When you don't feel that way, when you don't have any desire to be a better person, then something is wrong.
Defining it this way, are people without the same urge?
Yes.
Because I think everybody wants to leave the level where they are at to go to something higher. Shouldn't that be an urge?
I feel there are other people that don't care.
Desire? Because a desire is different from an urge. Right?
Yes.
Desire cannot be urge.
Okay. So
even if it is, they are not the same degree of wanting to do something. People just picture themselves rich. People picture themselves intelligent. Unfortunately, they are not in business. You want to be rich. Unfortunately, you are not in school. You want to be intelligent. That school is not when we say school, we're not talking about the 4 walls. We're talking about your effort to increase on what is embedded already, But you cannot just have urge because everybody is having urge. Everybody wants to, believe me, nobody wants to take a cab. Everybody wants to drive their own car. It's a desire. But you need to have an urge if you want to have that car. It's not just desire. Desire is, wow, I desire to have this, but you may not do anything to have it. But the urge is what pushes you. That urge is a sustaining power that keeps you hustling till you get that car. I want to be dressing like Joyce Jakada. It's a desire. But the urge is what makes me get money to dress like Joyce Jakada. I want to be this. I want to be governor. I desire to be the governor of my state. I desire to be a senator in my state. I desire to be a councillor in my state. What is the urge? So I think with this background, we can have, a direction even in our discussion as to what urge means, what is desire, what is somebody's willingness, what is all of that. Because I think everybody wants to leave the level where they are. The governor wants to be a president one day. The president wants to be only God knows what one day. The senator wants to be a governor one day. The commissioner wants to be... So the GM of the TV station wants to be a president of ECWA one day. It's just the president of ECHO wants to be the president of Cannes one day. The president of Cooking wants to be the president of Cannes, because everything about life is about, Joyce talks about evolving. You need to evolve. You are a cameraman, you want to be the head of the unit. You are this, you want to be this. It's everybody, but you cannot want to be something without putting efforts. And I think that effort is the urge that brings about the efforts.
So what I'm trying to say is that as much as I know that virtually everybody has the desire to be a better version, or not to remain where they are, they desire to have a lot of wants, but you see, when you have desire and then the urge comes in, there's achievement there. For some people it ends at desire. For some people, from the desire it grows to having an urge. And then once they have the urge, they want to put in the work. And when they put in the work, that's when you get the result. In our day-to-day, there are a lot of people that are comfortable where they are. Why? Because they don't want to put in the work. And that's why they want to remain at the level. When you try to stretch them because you think there's something in you, they fight you. They avoid you. There are friends that we grew up together, like as children, you play together. Today, you are no longer together. Because for some of them, they feel that you are stretching me. I don't want to level up where you are. I'm okay where I am. Very satisfied at the level that I am. While the other person is saying that, no, that we play together at age 5 does not mean we'll continue playing together for the rest of our lives. We have grown to this level, and everybody is having different urge. Maybe your own is to remain where you are, and I'm looking up there. I want to grow. I want to evolve. So I want to put in the work. So some people deliberately make efforts to put in the work to be better. But I think it should be everyone's, like everyone should have that urge to grow. You want life to be better. You want your life to improve. You must have that urge. And when that urge comes, you must put in the work. You can't just sit down and be fantasizing. I want this, I want that. It will just remain there like a dream. Oh, this is my dream house. This is my dream car. There's nothing wrong with that. But when the urge is not there for you to put in the work, you will go nowhere. So it's really important that everyone have that urge to grow and not just be stagnant or just remain at the level that you are. And that's why some people make deliberate effort of associating themselves with people that will help them grow, people that will help them become better. This, for some people, is the way.
Just like I'm always pushing myself to you so that I will grow and be better. It's an urge. Even though you have stopped teaching me. Prudence, pick me up, please. No, I didn't say pick up from where she stopped. It's difficult to always pick up for our points. I'm saying carry me and urge me and help me.
I think on this show,
Joyce is not done.
We have settled the issue of picking up from where she normally stopped, because there's a way it puts her on the pedestal. Yeah, so now she will just make her points.
And everybody makes his point. You don't add to what you're saying.
No.
Let's wait till the end of the show.
I was going to say, adding to what Joyce said. Now, okay, coming up with my own point.
Let's wait.
Because she always loved to hear the Ngombawas say that. It gives her joy. There's this particular joy,
She's
it
brilliant.
gives her.
Thank God.
Yeah. So you talk about association. It's very good.
Don't worry, today I will not pick up from where you stopped.
Go ahead. You are going back to the same office though. Go ahead. It's been a while since I laughed this hard. Joyce is like, it's me and you that are on this set. So you talked about urge, right? You talked about urge. And you talk about people who don't care about the urge to grow, but they want to see themselves at a higher level in life. How is that achievable?
You will not go anywhere. It's not possible.
You know, this issue of cutting friends off. Some people even make a joke out of it. If you want to cut me off, come and take sharp knife, come and take sharp scissors and all of that. There are some people who know that they have been, you think you have been with a friend for a while, for 5 years, for 10 years. No, they have been tolerating you. They have been tolerating you. You have not really been friends. You have been tolerated for all the while. You have not been friends, you have been tolerated because of what use is having somebody in your life who saps only.
Mm.
They just sap energy out of you. They sap money out of you. They sap advice. If they even use it, it's even better. But people just hear you. Some people want to hear you talk for the fun of the words that come out of your mouth. People don't even care if you are making sense or not. They just like how you put this English together to this English, how you make your presentation and all that. But the essence of what you are saying is lost
Doesn't
in their
matter.
pride.
Mm.
It's lost in their pride. Their pride is like, there are people that are not teachable. If they want to teach me, they brought Joyce Jakarta to talk to us in staff meeting. What is she going to tell us?
Mm.
You see, the rejected stone, sooner or later, will become the chief cornerstone.
Cornerstone.
The stone that the builders rejected. You see, sir, the worst thing you can do in this life is to be familiar of your source of everything.
Mm.
When you become familiar with your source of everything, your family,
become
if you become
stagnant.
familiar with your parents,
Mm.
if you become familiar with your teacher, if you become familiar with your boss, no matter how free these people are, you put the boundaries.
Mm.
If your boss is not able to put the boundary, you put it. If your teacher is not able to, you put it. If your parents love you so much that they don't put it, give them the respect by engaging boundaries. You see, this urge is not just sitting in classroom to learn. No. Parents tell you things that will grow that urge within you. If not for anything, you are 5, you are 6, you are 7, and you see how they struggle. That in itself is a lesson. If you have sense, you'll be learning. You see how that there is nothing in the house, but something will be cooked. And you will not hear that they have borrowed money. No, but something will be cooked. What's the magic? Learn. We stop learning, sir. We don't like to learn. We stop learning. But every day, as long as you are awake, you should be living a life of learning. Anything you see, I travel a lot with people, especially the girls in my office. Keep your phone down. Be vigilant. Know these rules. You have been to this Abuja Jos Road, over 10 times. But you cannot mention the names of 3 villages. You have been to Kaduna over 20 times. You don't even know where we are. Because your head is either you are sleeping or your head is on your phone. I have said that to so many people, even the brothers. Keep the phone down. Study. There is, you see, learning is of utmost important in the life of everyone. This today's life, I learn a lot. When you people start talking, sometimes we make jokes, but I learn a lot. I may not just come to say, Kai, you have helped me with this. No, but I learn a lot. There are times that I'm even in a fix, in a situation. Now remember what Joyce said in today's life. What Prudence said. What Solo said. What Jemima said. Even me, what I have said. I said, so I have even provided the solution before the problem came. So I have given myself. So everything you see in this life is an opportunity for you to learn from it. It's an opportunity for you to learn from it. Your colleagues, as much as you don't love them, don't develop that spirit of familiarity. There are a lot of things that you learn from them. When something doesn't work, don't let it repeat itself next time. That's how you get things done. When something is wrong in your life and you fix it, don't just say, I am bragging because I know how to fix this issue when it comes next time. No, it's better to prevent it before coming. It's a better way of dealing with issues. Anytime I have malaria, I know the drug that deals with malaria for me.
So
Okay, would you prefer to be taking the drugs or to prevent the malaria from coming? Anytime I come home late, my wife quarrels. This is what I tell her to calm down. Do you have to keep telling her that? Why would you start coming early if there's need to come early? So you see, there are a lot of things. Growth is not just, we cannot just come here and be telling you what to do to grow. No, as a matter of fact, most of the things that are around you are the things that make you grow. Friends, family, neighborhood, community, people. They are the things that make you grow. From what you see. I grew up to see one man in our area always pushing his car in the morning. Always. I don't think there is ever a day that car woke up by itself. They must push it to start. They must push it to start. When he comes back home, he turns it off. He enters his house. I learned a lot from it as a child. I was thinking that there are some cars that will only start by pushing. I had to unlearn that when I started seeing other cars that it takes a kick or even half a kick to start them. Now you have cars with start buttons. You have cars with so many things. You have hybrid cars. When you step on the brakes, the car goes off. When you just accelerate, it picks up by itself and you start moving. Plenty of them in this country. People don't want to learn anything. People don't have any urge to grow, but they have desires to see themselves elevated. How
Very
is that
true.
possible? It's like you bought a land and you are hoping to live in a duplex. For 5 years, you have not bought a piece of block. You live in that duplex. You live in it with AC and everything, but it's going to exist only in your mind.
Or giving birth to a baby, not feeding the baby, and you expect the baby to live and grow. It's
The
not-
baby will live with Koshoko, of course.
Quite interesting.
yeah.
I must say, funny enough, we're talking about something similar just before the show began, and
Prudence, you have dimple. I'm just seeing now.
yes, I do.
Okay. How many? It's not like Joyce own that is only on one side.
Both sides, but
Joyce
one
has
side
dimple.
more than the other.
Showing us. Go ahead.
Okay, so
Let's talk about the dimple later. Well, sorry, audience.
right, so a lot of times we already have pictured what we want to see, as he has emphatically mentioned. I'm stealing that word.
No, you are free. You are free because the words are coming from Gombe. So use it. Use it. They are coming from other side.
Joyce, I love you. Don't worry.
You can skip.
I love you. You're my favorite on the show. Don't worry. After Jemima is you. But since she's not here, you are. Thank God she's not watching.
So
My one and only.
Yeah.
as I was
The
saying,
Bible say your anger should, the sun should not go
It
down.
should not go down.
The sun has not gone down. I will stay there some hours.
I asked her on the school teacher, I said, what if they make you angry after the sun has gone down?
there's
said,
no
Tony,
answer to that.
What the answer, Dominica? Don't be angry. The sun make your point.
So, as Engineer Tony has emphatically mentioned, he said that we all have desires most times, but these desires don't develop to become urges, and at the end of the day, because it is not an urge, we just relax and not do anything about it. For some of us, we've pictured 1,000,001 things that we want to do, but you see that first step or the second one or even the third one, we're not taking it. It's like those ideas are just in our heads and in our minds. Some of us have written them down. We've even spoken it out to someone. We've told someone that this is what we want to do, but we've not taken that step to forge ahead to do it. And because we are not doing that, it's because the urge to do so is not indwelled. It's not in us anymore. It's, in fact, for some of us, we've not even built that urge yet. So it's just at the planning stage, and the plan never evolves to become a project. So we're just stagnant and staying. And so at the end of the day, you would amount to nothing. Yes, all your wishes will just continue to be wishes. Little wonder the phrase, I'm trying to get it. Okay, if wishes were horses, everybody will ride on it, because everybody wishes.
This everybody will beg us.
Beggars, even
Say
beggars.
even beggars will
Yeah,
ride on it.
even beggars. Well, I'm just saying everybody because everybody does have a wish. So I was paraphrasing that. It's just the same thing. We all have desires, we all have wishes, but if you do not have the urge to go ahead and take the extra and put in the extra effort and take the step to visualize it, to bringing what you have visualized in your head to play, to to fusion. Yes.
Reality.
To reality. Thank you very much. If we are not able to do that, then we're just wasting our time. Then our it's no longer urge, it's just a desire. We're just sleeping on it. And a lot of us are sleeping on it. So we're sleeping on our lives. And our lives are just, the days are just passing us by. So at the end of the day, you're amounting to nothing and you're blaming it on someone or that because you're not coming out to do what you need to do or what you have to do. So if you're even having the urge, that means that you put effort. So when I'm talking about my urge to grow, it's because it's only an urge because I am ready to do what I need to do to make it possible. But if I'm not making an effort to make it possible, it's just a desire. It's a wishful feeling. I'm just wishing for it.
Why is it important to grow? Not bodily, but endeavor-wise.
Yeah, it is very.
Endeavorly. Joyce,
I was
see, if I didn't know you in this life, my English would have been straighter.
Oh shit.
You are the one teaching me bad English.
straighter. What was that English you spoke it? that day?
Excuse me. You asked a question.
Endeavorly.
No. See, I think generally it's important we have that urge. Why? Because it makes things just work. When everybody desires or everybody has the urge to grow and puts in effort, then a lot of things we struggle with today, we would not struggle with it. A clear instance, someone was asking me earlier today that he met a young lady. She's from a family that's the name is big and known. Yet, he always see her going around begging, oh, my child is sick, I don't have food to feed my children and all of that. And I know the person he was talking about. So he was asking me why. Won't just a family member take the child to the hospital? Won't one of the family member give food and all of that? And I asked the question. I said, okay, just take for example, you have a child as the father. You trained your child in school. Your child decided that I'm stopping at this level, I'm getting married. A lot of things you caution your child against not to do, your child decided to, and then eventually she got pregnant, she got married, and had 1, 2, 3, even 4 children. The husband later left her and left the children with her, and this father that's after training still decided, okay, let me engage you, let me look for a job for you, and he did, because like all your responsibility, even after getting married, I'm taking it. You come for food when you're sick, I still pay the bills, and he decided to get the job for her. Even with the job, when she gets salary, she just goes squander, look for 1 or 2 boyfriends, call them, she squanders salary, and then she comes back again to the family house. And I asked, if you were in the father's shoe, how long would you continue to do that? And he said, no. I said, so there are some people that don't care about growth. The fact that you're continuously giving and doing these things for them, do you think you're helping them? Because you've seen that, the burden was much on you, and you decided, let me look for a job for this person, and you got the job, and still the person is not being responsible about it. So at the end of the day, you constitute problem. Yes, you have the desire, this is not what you want, this is not the totality of your life that you want to see at this level. Even after having 4 or 5 children, you're still going around to beg, introduce the children to begging and all of that. If you discuss with this person one-on-one, you will hear that there's desire to be more in a bigger place, maybe to grow. But there are no actions. The urge is not even there. Because if the urge is there to push you to put in work to be a better person, there's something you're doing that is wrong, that is making you be at that level. You want to stop. Because you know that thing you're doing is the factor that is keeping you limited, like from growing. So you want to stop it. So you cannot, when everyone has the urge to grow, then we'll all be better. Think of a society where everybody's just trying to be a better version of his or herself.
Impossible.
There are a lot of vices that we'll not be talking about.
Impossible.
So I'm just saying that this is why it's important. If people have that urge to grow. A lot of things they are dealing with, they would like having as challenge currently, they will not be having that.
The Bible says that the poor you will always have with you.
Because there are people that only desire and don't have the urge.
I made a post on, I think on the first day of the year, and I tried to encourage people about making it. You have an urge to make it, first of all. Then you think of what to do to make it. The what to do to make it does not come before the urge. No, the urge comes because, you see, you want to become somebody in life. But what area? Fashion? Medicine? Engineering? Science? What area? So the urge comes, then the area follows. Not the area, then the urge. The urge comes, then the area follows. My interest is this, my interest is that, my interest. And there is nothing you will check the whole world that you say this thing does not have a big market. Anything, everything whatsoever it is, it has a market, a big one, a large market, that half of the market is not even ventured into. People should stop thinking that by being a Christian you become rich. It's not so. By going to church you don't become rich. That video is still there. I posted it on Facebook. By being a Muslim you don't become rich. When you start shouting that you are not able to feed your family, that's why you are begging on the street. You are doing something wrong. You are not working to get money. That's basically it. You have to engage your brain. And everybody that is watching, anybody watching now must know that your brain must be engaged creatively on what to do to earn. So when you start earning, then you start feeding your family. A lot of people that you see begging, some people make some posts, sometimes I just laugh. That just because you have, that you are privileged, don't think others are lazy. What do you mean? What do you mean I should not think others are lazy? Why are they not making it? Because there is a job for everybody. Some people are just saying, I cannot sell in a restaurant. You will be poor. The Bible says that a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the arm. It says poverty will settle. And the same Bible says the poor you will always have. Don't tell me that, no. There are available jobs. People are not just looking in that direction. Listen, I'll tell you something that will shock you. A friend of mine doing the same business as we are. He was making money. So he decided to build a house in Abuja. And he said he wants a befitting house for himself and his wife. Got the land, paid for it, documented, started building. He built. While he was building, there was this guy that was working as a laborer there. So when they finished the house, the guy has been so decent, he has been so responsible. And then he told him, Oga, I want to be your security man here, or I want to watch over this house for you. Because when they bring cement, he keeps them. This thing I'm telling you several years old, not 50 years. Then no, this is about between 3 to 5 years now. So he keeps them for him. When they bring materials, he keeps them, and none whatsoever had ever been missing. So he now told him, he said, please, Oga, I would like to be your security. He was thinking that it's a privilege to be a security in the house. The owner of the house, my friend, was thinking it's an honor to have this guy as my security man. Haven't shown me the highest sense of being responsible. Do you know what? We were chatting, I think 2 months ago. No, it's not 2 months. I think 2-3 weeks ago. No, we were chatting on the 20th of January, because that was the day I got to Abuja. I got there, he was doing some production, so I went there. So after the production, we got to sit together and just talk about business and all of that. He was telling us that it was 2 days before that day which was on the 18th, that he
Mm.
found out that the boy is a graduate with a very good result. Submitted his CV in over 50 places in Abuja. He was working as a laborer. When there is no concrete job to do, when carpenters are working, he's joining them. When painters are working, he's joining them. Anything you want to do, if he will get money, he will do, and he will do it diligently. So my friend was telling us that 2 days ago, he found out that the guy, like, graduate with a good result, no job. Don't you think in Abuja there are graduates that are begging? There are. They will
Yeah.
tell you, sir, I'm a graduate of this, but there's nothing. So I just need your assistance. That guy will not go to anybody to need assistance.
Yeah.
Imagine if that house was under construction for 6 months. He was employed for 6 months and he was paid every day. If he was paid 5,000 every day, how much would he make at the end of the month? It's an urge. Only God knows the plan of my friend now that he found out that this boy is a graduate. Only God knows what he's going to do. Only God, he's connected, he's busy, he knows everybody. So you see, there are people who will tell you, you remember that NSAS year? That was the year I graduated. No, that was the year I finished serving. This job is not my own, Oga. I know there are no jobs, but I can't go and do new eatery. I go and be selling food. Now you self check them now. The next minute you're asking for money.
Yeah.
I don't know why we feel these menial jobs are not for us. Yes, yet we don't have the big jobs. But if you go abroad, you are willing to do any kind of job. What kind of mentality is that?
It's a
Sir, this
terrible
thing
one.
is
Yeah.
it's not between you and God. Oh. It's between you and your bills. Being honest with what to do, but it's between you and your bills. It sounds funny. I'm almost laughing, but that's the
Yes,
reality.
yes,
It's
yes.
between you and your bills. Bills used to be monthly.
No,
They
it's-
graduated to becoming weekly. They graduated to becoming daily.
Daily.
Now bills are hourly.
Hourly. And very soon.
Of
It will
course,
become-
before long they will become minutely
Yes.
and secondly.
Yeah. Yeah, well said. I
Thank you. Thank you for giving my flowers now. Thank you. I highly appreciate
Yes, you see, it's talking
you. In the
about
midst of many, you stood out. Thank you. Thank you.
we're proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
You know, saying that the Bible saying that the point which says the poor
You always have.
you
it.
always have. You know, it's a matter of choice, because as far as
To have them or them being poor.
the poor,
Okay. What
Like-
is the matter of choice? Having them or you being poor?
no, those that choose,
Okay,
To
to
be
be poor.
poor.
Okay.
because God knows that there will be there's going to be people, there will be people that will
will
decide.
not give.
They will have the desire to
They will
grow,
have-
but they don't have the urge. They don't put the work.
They don't put the
You
work.
see, since this
So-
show started, this is
Yeah.
how I've been trying to put this thing.
Yes.
Thank you for putting it this way.
Mm.
Is that the desire to grow,
grow,
but not
not the-
without the urge.
Mm.
This is, I've been struggling to look for the right words.
Mm.
This is it.
Yeah, amazing.
No, I
So-
give people
so-
their flowers.
So you see right from
While
the
they are
beginning,
upset.
you know, even yes.
Ah,
My one and
they
only.
want to shake you.
No. You talked about giving my flower on set now.
I've given you.
Well, no,
How many
no,
people
no,
are
no,
watching
you
this?
put your hand now. Give me. Go ahead.
And that's what I was about giving you, and you are.
Okay, give me flower.
Yeah,
too.
flower.
On behalf of me and you, thank you, Solo.
You see, right from the word go, you know, God have already finished everything that He has to do concerning man, and that's why He's resting. So whatever happens is between you and yourself. God is out of it. Allow me to put it that way, because He has surrounded you with everything that you need, starting with your ability to even think of things that are even outside the box. Why do you think that you see certain things and then you'll be like, you open your mouth, you don't even know what to say because you are just amazed. You lack words to define those because you are just seeing it like it's out of this world. It's just someone part of his creativity, not all. It's just a pinch. And he's bringing something that it's making you feel like, wow, this thing is coming from heaven. No. Just to show you that God have put in everything that you need to be what you want to be in life. But you see, the mistake that men always do is that I always look at Tony, what he does, and that's what I want to do. Not identifying what exactly me I'm good at, that I can work on it and be better and make my own impact in that way and call it success.
But is it possible that you have interest in what someone is doing and then you admire the fact that this person has gone ahead of
I'm
you?
not looking at that. I'm just looking at this negative competition that we have. Straight up. Not because I'm looking up to you as a mentor or someone that I desire to be like you. But even at that, there are some people that even want greed, right? Jealousy is their drive. Then you know that it's a wrong drive. It's a drive, but it's a wrong drive. Because at the end of the day, you end up crashing. So you see, it starts with listening. When you listen to yourself, yes, I have this urge, because the urge comes before, like you rightly said. Okay, how am I listening to that urge? When you listen to it first and said, okay, yes, this thing is coming and it's true and I need to do something, then that's when it gives birth to the action that you needed to put into that urge, so that you can bring out something from that urge. It comes from you, like now, a seed, a farmer that says, I want to plant beans. For instance, that's what I want to farm. You have to understand how beans, behave generally, what it needs, and what kind of soil, and what the time that you need to plant that beans. Because the nature of the grain is different from corn. So you have to understand that if I say it's beans that I want to farm, then I know the exact time when to plant beans. And what after planting would that beans need. So now I understand this is what I want to be. I want to be a broadcaster like Tony. Now I'm narrowing down. If we are saying this is the person that I'm looking up to, what am I supposed to do to become that guru in broadcasting? Right? Number one, you start issue of school. When you get the admission, you know the kind of subject you are supposed to engage yourself. That's mass comm. And from there, you narrow it down to what exactly you want to be. There's engineering in broadcasting, right?
There's presentation.
There's presentation.
There's journalism.
There's journalism. Then you narrow them, and you keep pushing. You keep putting, and by the time you plant the seed, that means you are doing the needful. Going to the university, reading those courses, reading hard, and then nurturing. That's when you water it. You till the ground. You make sure that the seed is growing to yield that desired result that you want. At the end of the day, I just see it this way. You are created for impact. What is that thing that you want to leave when you are no more? Because some people want to leave mansions. Yes, it's okay to leave mansions, but some mansions, people are even praying so that the person that owns the mansions will die, so that they will
inherit.
So that they will inherit, not even to use it, but to sell it and useless it. because there are some people that live certain things. But this time around, can we connect ourselves to knowing that God created us with his greatness? He said he's in likeness. So he's expecting to see us replicating those virtues of God. You know, those things that God desire. And he said he want to see heaven on earth. So we are expected to create that impact. The impact is that result on what you are doing. If I'm a broadcaster, I'm a Christian. In my broadcasting, how am I taking that to bring impact that would last? These are some of the things that we don't normally look at it, even from the cycle of believers.
I like the fact that we pointed out to the issue of having the poor around us. You know, one interesting thing about the scripture is that you have the right to choose. And that is why the Bible is saying that you will always have the poor, because some people will choose not to put in the work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They will only desire.
It's not that
Yes,
some people
because
will
there are
Yes.
people that will say, "Top muya kubayu, oh, we the poor." Like they are proud of it. They are not really willing to go out from their where they are to just break that chain of, okay, I came out from this kind of family, but I'm going to be deliberate about growing. There are people that I've seen today that when you mention their name, like everybody can connect to those names. But when you hear their stories, where they are coming from, they were deliberate about the urge to grow. Some of them went to school. Some of these LEA, they started from there without shoes. They wear trousers, uniforms are torn. Every day they are being flogged for one thing or the other because their parents cannot afford. There are stories of people that decided they will go to the school in the morning, they go back to the market, they push wheelbarrows, they help people pick things just to save money so that they can break out from that chain, from where they are coming. Let my background not define me. It is the urge. I had a story of a child, a first son. He has 5 siblings. They lost their parents at early stage. He has every reason to say, there's nobody to sponsor me. There's nobody to, let me just choose. Let me just remain like that. And which is the story of some people. But he decided that, called his siblings, we cannot just live like this. We have to be deliberate. For the ones that are a bit older, he told them, anytime we return from school, we'll go to this market that is close to the house. We'll go and help people pick their things to the car or to the cab and all of that. They get paid. They come back, they cook food. The ones for their school fees, they will save. That's how they kept saving money. And all of them went to school, sponsoring themselves. Apart from going to school, at some point, they started building. They built house themselves from all their struggle and their hustle. And they all went to school and became what they actually wanted to be. It was with you one time we were traveling, and then you were asking some children by the roadside, what do you want to be? Someone said, governor, I want to be this, I want to be this. And you said, you see this thing these people are saying, they will be it. If at this age they have decided, it is from the urge to grow. They've seen their parents. Their parents are not governors or they are not senators, but they are saying that this is who they are going to be. There's an urge already, and that's what we keep making them. When they go to school, they want to be focused. They want to know what it means to become this. What do they want to follow? What means and all of this to become this? So having that freedom to choose where you want to belong. There are wealthy people, like wealthy people. There are also those that are poor and they are okay being poor. There are those that what they do is every day they wake up thinking of who to beg and who not to beg, or who they beg and doesn't give them, they insult the person. Like that's what they do every day. They just sit in a circle and insult certain people because they do not help them or they don't assist them. But as far as they are concerned, they don't have any responsibility of trying to grow and become better or be in that position where they will be the givers. They just want to be the receivers. But you see, this urge to grow is something that everybody should desire. But like I said earlier on, we have the right to choose where you want to be. It's some people that you've seen them at the higher level where they are is because they have desire, they had the urge and they pursued it, they put in the work, and that's why they got to where they are. So don't be satisfied at your level. Don't be. There are a lot of things that you can do. There's greatness embedded in everyone. Some people, they are at the level that they are because of unhealthy competition. Some people's urge to grow is not because they have identified that this is my strength, but they want to compete with another person. And that's why sooner or later you see that they just crash. Some people put their hands in certain things. Today you hear of Yahoo, you hear of rituals and all of that, because for them, either get rich or die trying. in a bit to compete with another person. But you don't have to. There's greatness in you. If you know the purpose of your existence, it's going to save you a lot of things. That means I'm not just going to be living because there's an assignment in my life. So what is it? I've identified. I'll keep working. I'm focused. I'm not distracted because I know that's where the goal is. But you see, when you are distracted, when you don't know, you have no identified purpose, you just leave, the wind keep toasting you, and you're confused about life. The urge to grow is actually important.
Sure.
Yeah, for me actually, the sentence "my urge to grow," it just gives you a sense of urgency, and I'm intentional about using the word urgency. I've been trying to think of a better word, but urgency is just the word. It's like, okay, get up and get doing. Get up and get doing.
It's now, not later.
Yes, it has to be now. Do something now and not fold your arms, because the moment that you sleep on it, you're not going to do it anymore. So if you sleep on growth, you will not grow. You have to wake up to growth. You have to start immediately. The urge is there for you to grow. Don't sleep on it, because if you sleep on it, you are sleeping on your life. That's the way I think of it. A lot of times I've made decisions in my head of things that I want to do, but they are not. You can't see them now because I went to sleep on them. They're not visual. You can't see it anymore. So the urge to grow, my urge to grow, is just that you are this is what you want to do. This is how you want to do it. Get up and get doing it. Because the moment you fold your arms, your testimony is just going to be of that of the sluggard, just like Engineer Tony mentioned earlier. And a lot of times when we hear the issue growth, we have already pictured a certain thing that you want to see as growth. So even the smallest successes, they are not available. We are not seeing them anymore, and so you're easily discouraged and just folding back your arms and like, oh, I tried my best. What more can I do? But then again, it's because you're not even conscious that that's the long run, what you're foreseeing. That's just the end result. But right now, there's a process that goes on. And that process will probably take a lot of time. So I need to be patient to persevere through it, to continue to go ahead and move and move. Joseph had the dream to be a king, a ruler, a rich man, a senior guy in our
Senior man.
contemporary language, a senior man. But he did not see it when he woke up. In fact, people laughed at him when he said, I had a dream that everybody was going to bow to me. They laughed. So, but that did not make Joseph to fold his arms and just relax. No, he went ahead and continued doing something. Even when he was betrayed and his brothers sold him, he said, that would not kill me. Instead, it will help me grow. He kept on growing. He grew a business that was not his own. A family that wasn't his, he was growing it for the person. Because he knew that this is not where I want to be. So he kept on giving that. There was nothing that was holding him back. He said, nothing will hold me back. That's the attitude we all need to have. I'm guilty of this sometimes, of not having that attitude. But then again, so as I'm talking to myself, and anybody who cares to listen, we need to grow ourselves with an urgency. It's not something that you just sit back and just allow it to go its way. No, you have to treat it as something that is urgent, like someone who is sick and needs to be healed, like someone who is very hungry and needs to eat. That's the urgency we need to approach growth with.
And I see the angle which you talked about, we have to recognize even the little impacts that we are making, at something that we appreciate God and we keep building on. That reminds me of the story of, is it Naomi in the Bible? The one that takes care of the widows. Tabitha. When she died, that's when, the impact show. And then those widows were like, she gives us this. And they started crying, look at those little things that she was doing, because she identified that she's living for a purpose, and she feel she needed to do something for this widow. She identified that area, and she did well. At that time, I know there are rich people that probably they can take care of the widows without really feeling anything, but they are not doing it. But she took her time. She was making those impact. What I'm trying to say, as much as yes you want to grow, as much as you want to gather wealth, as much as you want to live a good life, remember that in this life we are created to make impact. So whatever is embedded in us is to see results, to leave something behind. So what kind of name do you want to leave, and what do you want people to remember you for after living this life? So we are living with a purpose. With that urge, I think it's very important, like you rightly said, like we should treat it as a matter of urgency. Know that you have an assignment and the clock is ticking. So you have to follow it so that you will fulfill that purpose of God concerning your life. Yeah. Well, that is much we can take. Engineer Tony Jenakali, Prudence, Joyce Jakada, my beautiful sister here. I appreciate you all for doing justice to this topic, and for the viewer, thank you for giving us your precious time. We sincerely appreciate. We hope we can do this together tomorrow. For Equa Executive, we appreciate you for giving us this platform. For our supporters, we are saying that God will continue to bless your resources even as you continue to support us to do what we know how to do in our own little way. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow, and bye-bye.